Want to sell homemade food in Illinois? I'll cover exactly what you need to know, from food safety training to what you can legally sell to labeling. Let's start with one of the most common questions. Do you need food safety training to sell homemade food in Illinois? Under Illinois Cottage Food Law, you're required to pass a food manager certification exam that's accredited by the ANSI National Accreditation Board and recognized by the Conference for Food Protection before you can legally sell your products. While training for this exam isn't technically required, passing the exam without it is tough. If you go in unprepared, you'll likely waste time and money having to retake it. That's why taking a food manager training course beforehand isn't just recommended, it's the smart way to go. FoodSafePal's Food Manager training is built to give you a real advantage on exam day. It's self-paced and takes just over 5.5 hours to complete, so you can finish it in a day or break it up over time. You'll always pick up right where you left off. You'll hit short, interactive checkpoints throughout to make sure you're on track before moving on. Then take a full-length mock test designed to mirror the real exam. And unlike most courses, you'll see exactly which questions you got right and wrong, so you know what to review. Pass the mock test and get instant access to your certificate, proof that you're ready for the real exam. Starting in September 2025, you'll be able to take the nationally accredited exam directly through FoodSafePal. Your Illinois Food Manager certification is valid for 5 years from the date you pass the exam. After that, you'll need to renew it to stay compliant with Illinois law. Renewing is easy. Just take an accredited exam and get your updated certificate. Same process, new expiration date. Before you retest, it's worth retaking a food manager training course like FoodSafePal's. Just like the exam, the training reflects current food safety standards, which can change over 5 years. Reviewing the latest material helps ensure you're up to speed and confident heading into the exam. Along with food safety training, you'll also need to know what foods are actually allowed under Illinois Cottage Food Law. Under Illinois Cottage Food Law, you can sell homemade foods that don't require refrigeration or other time temperature controls to keep them safe. Allowed foods include things like candy, baked goods without cream or custard fillings, jams and jellies, dry herbs and spices, granola and trail mix, acidified or fermented foods, if tested or approved, and dry pasta. But some foods are not allowed, including anything with meat, poultry, seafood, or alcoholic beverages. Dairy products and eggs are also not allowed unless they're used in a way that doesn't require the finished product to be refrigerated, like eggs baked into cookies that can be stored at room temperature. You're allowed to sell directly to people in Illinois, whether it's at a farmer's market, a fair, from your home, or even online and through delivery, as long as it stays within state lines. You can't sell to or through restaurants, grocery stores, or anyone who plans to resell your products. Shipping is also allowed, but only within Illinois and only for non-hazardous foods. If you're selling homemade food in Illinois, every item you sell must be properly labeled. The label must include the common name of the food, your business name in the county where you're registered, and your registration number, a complete list of ingredients in descending order by weight, allergen information, the date the product was made, and the required disclaimer. Labels must be printed clearly and legibly. If your product can't easily be labeled like cakes or chocolates, you'll need to request an exemption, and instead display all required information on signage at the point of sale. Alright, let's recap. If you want to sell homemade food in Illinois, here's what you need to know. You must pass a food manager certification exam. It's accredited by the ANSI National Accreditation Board and recognized by the Conference for Food Protection, such as the one offered through FoodSafePal starting in September 2025. You're allowed to sell non-refrigerated homemade foods directly to consumers, online, in person, or via delivery, anywhere in the state. Every product needs a label with information like your name, the ingredient list, and the required disclaimer. Ready to start selling your homemade goods? Visit foodsafepal.com to start your Illinois Food Manager training. It's 100% online and designed to help you pass the manager exam with confidence.